Am I the a-hole for telling my family I'm not their financial provider? Am I the a-hole for giving my old ring to my brother to use to make an engagement ring for his fiancée? Am I the a-hole for asking my husband's cousin to let me take my baby, she just turned 3 months old, to her child-free wedding? Am I the a-hole for telling my family I'm not their financial provider? I'm 19 and currently live with my mom due to health reasons. Despite living with her, I am financially independent and take care of my own things. I buy my own groceries, have my own car, and while she doesn't want me paying rent, I help her out as well. I work a lot, so I have a bit of extra money to spend on myself that usually goes back towards food, my dog, or my side hobbies. I own a lot of fancy art stuff, figures, and cosplay costumes that I saved up for and bought myself. I have a decently big family. My mom has 9 siblings, but she's the only one with a stable career. Most of my aunts and uncles cannot keep jobs or don't want to work, so they live off of financial support from my mom. It's not uncommon for family to show up at our doorstep because they need a place to stay for a few days. I always felt that they were taking advantage of my mom but never said anything because it wasn't my place until recently. Due to it being holiday season, my family has been coming over a lot more and have gotten more demanding. I started noticing the food I bought and the bathroom products going missing. Some of my art supplies and figures got broken because my cousins were playing in my room when I was working. I spoke up about it every time, but they brushed it off, saying I could replace everything or they would pay me back. It wasn't like it was small things. Some of the figures they broke cost hundreds of dollars, and I would buy full gallons of milk for myself just to walk out that evening and discover that my cousins drank it all. They also constantly asked for money for food or groceries, but then waste it all on other things. The final straw happened last night. I passed a really tough exam and decided to reward myself with a takeout from my favorite restaurant. I had my food on the table and went to get a drink, only to come back to find my aunt searching through my stuff. She asked why there wasn't enough for everyone, and I told her that was way too expensive. She called me selfish for only buying myself food while they starved, and I told her if she wanted food, she could buy it herself. She glared at me but left anyways. She ranted to the rest of my family about how selfish I was, and they all started messaging and calling me saying I'm heartless and need to think about family. They're all struggling, and it's unfair for me to waste my money on pointless things if I can't even help out with the dinner. I reminded them of all the times they stole things from me or broke my stuff without replacing it, and all the money they borrowed that they wasted. I told them I was not their financial provider and I needed to them taking advantage of, and if they want me to take care, they can finally pay me back. Now only my mom talks to me, and while she's neutral on the situation, she wants everyone to forgive each other because we're family. Though I don't see that happening. Am I the a-hole? Am I the a-hole for giving my old ring to my brother to use to make an engagement ring for his fiancée? My older brother's fiancée was very clear to him that she wanted real diamonds in her engagement ring. He'd been saving for a long time to get her the ring of her dreams, but she lost her job and he had to dip into his savings to keep them afloat until she found a new one. I ended up giving him an old ring my ex gave to me so that he could use the diamonds to make a new ring. He proposed and his fiancée loved the ring. Recently, she asked him how he had managed to afford the ring since she had had it valued and was shocked by how much it was worth. My brother told her the truth and he said she started crying and yelling. She wanted him to take the ring back, but eventually he calmed her down. I thought the whole thing was over until the next time I saw my ex, and he knew. Instead, he kept asking me for the old ring back and got upset when I said I lost it. He called me out for lying and told me I better get the ring back, and now co-parenting is hard because things are so tense between us. I did ask my future sister-in-law why she told him, and she said because I and my brother were liars, and she just wanted everyone to know the truth. Am I the a-hole? Am I the a-hole for asking my husband's cousin to let me take my baby, she just turned 3 months old, to her child-free wedding? Child-free weddings are becoming really popular here. So my 27 female husband's 41 male cousin, 34 female, and her fiancé, 35 male, decided to have a child-free wedding. And I was okay with that decision because it's their wedding after all and they can do whatever they want. The problem is that the wedding will take place about 5 hours away from our house, so we have to spend a whole day away from our house, and therefore we will also be away from our kids. They're 4-year-old, 1-year-old, and the baby just turned 3 months old because they're not invited. And lately, my youngest daughter can't spend much time separated from me. I found out that I'm pregnant again recently and I don't know why, but since then she wants to spend practically all day with me. Sometimes I can't even take a shower like a normal person because she cries until she runs out of air, which scares me because she is asthmatic and she cries even when my husband is with her, and there is no way to calm her down. Well, a few days ago, she stayed at my in-laws' house for the night and my mother-in-law said that she was fine. But when I asked my 4-year-old daughter, she told me that the baby cried a lot and there was no way to make her stop. So I was thinking about the wedding day, which is next Sunday because we really want to attend. And I decided to ask my husband's cousin if I could take my baby with me on the wedding day. And I told her the truth, that lately she can't be separated from me, and that if I take her with me, she won't even notice her presence. Because when my daughter is with me, she behaves really well. She hardly cries, doesn't throw tantrums, and that she is still in the phase where she takes a few naps a day as long as she is with me. If she is with another person, she can't sleep more than a few minutes. And she was mad because she said that my baby won't die for spending only 1 day separated from me, that I'm being dramatic, and that she will be fine, and that she couldn't believe that I really asked her that because I know that she doesn't like kids. If I couldn't take my baby, I wouldn't be able to attend. That only my husband would attend, and she told me that if I don't attend, she would never speak to me again because she wants me to be with her on her special day. But if my baby can't attend, then neither can I. She and her well-being are my priority, and even though I love his cousin, I love my daughter more. So am I the a-hole for asking if I can take her with me even when I know she doesn't like kids at all?